How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new Blue Exorcist discussion, and for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is episode 3. And in this episode, folks, I would say this episode is more involving with the character development. Besides between Bon, we see Konekomaru. Konekomaru actually was, I feel like he was a real star of this show, because we're starting to see what Konekomaru's actually involvement with Rin himself. And we actually get to see Shamey's actual character involvement with Izumo, as we actually get to see that Shamey's actually having some real quarrels with herself, and she actually finally was able to let her feelings out in this episode. Like I said, there's a lot that was going on in this episode. It's a lot of exposition with a lot of the characters, but needless to say, there really wasn't that much action involved in the episode. Because like I said, folks, that everything that's been going on in these episodes, it's all just leading character developments, leading also to the story so they can reach to the climax. Because in the next episode, that's where all the action's gonna be. As you guys saw at the end of the episode for the preview of it, that's where everything's gonna be. You guys are gonna see Rin go all out. You guys are gonna see some major action. Like honestly, like, and by that I mean drama, not necessarily like fighting wise, not necessarily action sequences, but no, but it's more or less to say that there's gonna be another climax of the story that's gonna be involved with the characters themselves in the next episode. But needless to say, guys, let's talk about this episode now. In this episode, like I said, I was saying, I feel like Konekomaru is the one that really stole the show for this episode, because he finally was able to actually no, it's actually Rin. Rin was the one that confronted Konekomaru in this episode, because you know Rin is actually in this episode, he's training to how to use his fire by Shuda, of course, and while he was training everything, he decides to go and sees Konekomaru right there. But when he tries to talk to Konekomaru, Konekomaru of course tries to like diss him. He tries to distance himself right there, and of course Rin actually goes out and tells him like, you know, why are you distancing me? Why are you doing? What did I do to you for you to be acting this way? And then of course, you know, Konekomaru just tells him that, you know, that I believe that he was yelling at the top of his lungs that, you know, he can't believe that Rin was acting like that. That he doesn't know what he's feeling. He's not considering his own feelings. And I'm like thinking like, man, this guy sounds like a chick, like a 5-year-old chick. Like, oh my god, Konekomaru, somebody slapped this fool. I mean, come on. Even Rin is trying to make up. Even if he might have not done anything, he still took the higher road and said, you know, I'm gonna say sorry, because you know I really want to make up. That what we're doing here is really petty. And honestly, the way I kind of saw that the relationship really is kind of petty. And honestly, I kind of expected more out of Konekomaru, because he always seems like he was the level-headed one instead of Bon and Shima. You know, these characters, they seem like they would actually act on impulse. But Konekomaru, I would always assume he was the one that really wouldn't act in this certain manner. Like, he seemed like he was always the level-headed one, but it didn't really seem so in this episode. Honestly, it was very entertaining to see how his character development goes along. But like I said, though, he is going through some internal struggles with himself. But later on in the episodes, he does get more and more liking to Rin itself. Not in this episode, but even more in the later episodes, he will get involved with that. Now, Shamey in this episode, holy snap, I kind of felt sorry. You kind of feel pity for this woman, because damn, this woman, damn, you know, of course, she's trying to help out in the Miyori sect, because, you know, everybody's, you know, they're low staffed, everybody's injured, of course. And then when you see Shamey, she's trying to help out. She's actually causing more damage while she's trying to help out everybody there. And what I kind of find hilarious is the fact that even Izumo goes out and says, you know, like, you know, what's wrong with you? You're kind of acting more weirder. And that's because of the fact that, you know, Shamey actually let her feelings in the episode, because she said that she feels like she's useless. She feels that she can't do nothing. Even after kind of reconciling with Rin, she kind of pictures that, you know, she wants to get stronger in order so she can help Rin overcome whatever he's actually, you know, going through. And it's kind of interesting, because it seems that, you know, I'm kind of shipping these two's relationship, because if I remember correctly, something does go big between these two in the manga. But regardless, though, the thing that I entertain is Shamey, the way that she's going with her character. It's kind of like, it's going at a good pace for her, honestly, because she's starting to realize that she is weak. She knows that she's weak. She knows that she wants to do something to better herself, but she doesn't know how. It's like she doesn't have a teacher. She doesn't have a guidance. But Izumo came in and actually tried to help her at least feel a little better. But it's funny how she was kind of helping, like, you know, you're like a weed. You're strong and resilient, and you never give up. And everybody, I'm pretty sure, every viewer, when they read that scene, like, oh, I love weeds. And I'm here thinking like, oh, oh, that kind of weed. Oh, that's right. We're talking the G-rated weed. My bad, not the R-rated weed. But still, hilarious scene, folks. I love the scene and everything. But regardless, though, Izumo is still a very good character, and seeing that the relationship is starting to get stronger too, because it seems that Izumo does care about Shamie, even if she doesn't seem like she doesn't, like she's having like that son dear moment, but it seems that deep down she does care about her friends regardlessly of what they're going through. Now the last one I believe was Shima. Shima's character, it's interesting how he's actually noticing the situation that's unfolding on hand, guys. It's interesting because he was talking to Konekomaru earlier, and he was saying, it's hard. Like, I like the way he explained everything to Konekomaru. It's harder to try to stay away from Rin. Why do that? You're making your life a lot harder when you just go with the flow. And it kind of made sense too. I mean, he's actually Konekomaru was wasting a lot more energy trying to like freaking reject everything from Rin, even his hellos, goodbyes. He's just trying to. It's the way that the human emotions are going through. Konekomaru is literally wasting a lot of his own energy just trying to distance himself, and and everything that's unfolding around the Miyori sect too. It's a lot more stress on the person. That I feel like what Shima said, it kind of made sense. It actually did make sense as to what was going on. Now, granted though, the Miyori sect, it seems that they had a meeting in the episode. Like by the way, this is my last topic for to talk about, guys. But in the last couple, I would say throughout the whole aspect of this episode, it was involving, there was a meeting between all the heads of the families at the Miyori sect, because they're talking about who really is the traitor amongst them. And it's really interesting because the fact that they kind of pointed fingers at Bond's dad, but that's because of the fact that it just seemed like he was actually trying to control the fire that the Imperial Eye, that the seal broke off, and there was like a lot of fire that was actually going around in havoc. But it just seemed to me, now that I'm looking back at this, because I already know what's going on, and just a lot of viewers don't know, but to me it seems that I could see why they're placing it. It's because Bond's dad, he's right now he's set as like a distant character. There's nothing that's really going too much with that character. There's so much mystery beyond it that it just seems that you could point it at Bond's father. Honestly, when I was reading it, I thought so too. Like maybe he really does do that, but no. When you guys keep watching the episodes, you guys will notice slowly bit by bit who really is the traitor amongst the group. And it makes sense too as to who really was. If you guys pay attention to the dialogue itself, you guys will see who really is the traitor. But that's it for today's segment, guys. Let me know down in the comments below as to what are you guys' thoughts on the episode. So I know it's a lot of dialogue involved with this winter anime. Like a lot of the animes that are involved, yeah, it's just pure dialogue. But that's because, like I said, I feel like this winter season, I feel like Blue Exorcist is going to be the one that's going to be the main action, and Yojo Senki. Like these two are going to be the ones that are going to be the main action. Everything else is going to be like comical gags and slice of life. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below as to what your guys' thoughts on this anime episode in general. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Blue Exorcist episode discussions. And as always, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.